What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Commander Osmondus, and tonight I will be simulating the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 0-1 on the season, versus the Carolina Panthers, who are 0-1 on the season. If you're new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any more content. And yeah, we're gonna get right into this. We're gonna upgrade some guys if there needs to be any, and then we're gonna look at some rankings, and then we're gonna jump right into the simulation. Alrighty. It doesn't look like the Chargers any upgrades, so we're gonna go over to the Panthers now. Okay. And it doesn't look like the Panthers any upgrades either, so we're gonna get the rankings real quick, in which the Chargers have the number 26 offense in the league, meanwhile the Panthers have the number 21 offense in the league. And then defensively, the Chargers have the number 28 defense in the league, and the Panthers have the number 27 defense in the league. And that's like where all the rankings are at. And yeah, we're gonna just jump right into the simulations now.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Los Angeles Chargers.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the number 1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Young will set to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers coming out to take over, and it is Justin Herbert at quarterback CD, now in his 5th NFL campaign.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Herbert now. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 60 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. You look at this Carolina defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And how about that last play? You see how quickly they got to the ball, caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Young going to give to Brooks. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 3rd and 9 here. sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll swing this out to Dobbins, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here is 3rd down and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You want to put together a long drive? You've got to be able to convert on 3rd down, and they've done exactly that on this one. Sure enough, came up with another conversion right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll go losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now it's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Brooks a week ago: 21 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
On 2nd down, Brooks. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Panthers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Young on 1st down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
A give up the middle to Dobbins as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them no points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Young. And this is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on a sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Young. Under pressure, they got him again. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chargers to take over. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Rashard Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20 plus. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Back to throw. Herbert, short throw underneath to Hurst. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. For 7, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt, and now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw for Young. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 50. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 33. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they have to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Young. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now 2nd and 3. In motion left, that's Thielen. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
But this is a football game, right?
It is.
How you like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. They'll find the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. To throw, Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Nothing like understand where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Bryce Young who finished things off with a touchdown run. Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit.
Herbert has it knocked free. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 5. Looking to throw. Herbert. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Oh, good move. A second shoot. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10. Back to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Herbert following the turnover. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. Fourth down.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. This 2nd and 4. Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. A handoff running left, Brooks. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll run right here with Brooks. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Young now. His pass caught at the 4. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Brooks is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for second and goal. One more time with Brooks. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks, his second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They need 2. Here's third down. Young. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Berryman. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2nd and 9. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And onto the field here come the Panthers. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Young going to give to Brooks. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Here's a 2nd and 5. Young will set to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw, Young. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Now here's Young. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And it's tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Open man, it's Palmer. He was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. And he is going to have the Chargers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down with Hubbard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Young. Oh, Young loses it. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game, and you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better, and now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh my goodness, three or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Caleb Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Herbert's throw here on target to Hurst. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Herbert on 1st down now. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Drops it underneath to Spiller. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture, as now they've got a 1st and 10. Herbert now. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
But for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Now after the Dicker field goal. He's back out, ready to send it away. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. It's a foot race, and they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives them a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Herbert throwing again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Herbert. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, 55 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponents.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. gun with Brooks. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, about that. A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They get into the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give to Brooks running right. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing, Young. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Panthers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Oh damn. The Panthers defeat the Chargers, and we're gonna take a look at some of the stats real quick. As Justin Herbert went 32 for 47 with 262 passing yards and a touchdown and an interception. And his longest pass of the day was 26 yards. Meanwhile, Bryce Young went 18 for 24 with 145 passing yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. And his longest pass of the day was 28 yards. For rushing, there were only like 4 rushing touchdowns the entire game. And there were only like 5 guys that like really rushed the entire game, which is pretty wild. But Bryce Young had 6 rushing attempts for 86 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day was 38 yards. Meanwhile, Jonathan Brooks had 26 carries for 143 yards and a touchdown, and his longest carry of the day was 13 yards. And then Chuba Hubbard had 7 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown, and his longest carry of the day was 7 yards. And then lastly, Isaiah Spiller had 4 rushing attempts for 73 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the day was 55 yards. Jeez. And there was only like 1 receiving touchdown the entire game, and that was by Quentin Johnson. Of course, it's that guy. The guy that drops a lot of passes, of course. He had 3 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the day was 13 yards. And oh boy, we got a lot of sacks here. So Robert Hunt allowed 3 sacks. Taylor Moton allowed a sack. Rayshawn Slater allowed a sack. Jamari Salyer allowed a sack. Connor McGovern allowed a sack. Trey Pipkins III allowed a sack. Zion Johnson allowed 3 sacks. And Ikem Ekwanu allowed 4 sacks. Jeez. Alright. And this is going to take a while. So Shai Tuttle had 3.5 sacks. Khalil Mack had 3.5 sacks. Morgan Fox had 2 sacks. Joey Bosa had 1.5 sacks. Derek Brown had a sack. Rashard Lawrence had a sack. Kalavon Chason had a sack. Bryce Huff had a sack. Scott Matlock had a sack. And Devion Clowney had half a sack. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of sacks. God damn. For field goals, there were only like 6 made field goals the entire game, including 3 by Cameron Dicker, who made 3 field goals, and his longest kick of the day was 37 yards, also known as Dicker the Kicker. Just wanted to say that. And then 3 more by Riley Patterson, and his longest kick of the day was 41 yards. And then for punting, J.K. Scott had 6 punts for 249 yards, and his longest punt of the day was 47 yards. Meanwhile, Johnny Hecker had 3 punts for 133 yards, and his longest punt of the day was 46 yards. Okay, and then for kick returns, Xavier Leggett had 5 returns for 191 yards and a touchdown, a 97-yard return touchdown, which is pretty insane. And then Darius Davis had 8 returns for 184 yards, and his longest return of the day was 26 yards. And then lastly, there was only 1 return by Timmy Tremble for only 6 yards. And then for punt returns, Xavier Leggett had 4 punt returns for 19 yards, and his longest return of the day was 8 yards. And then Demarius Davis had 3 returns for 14 yards, and his longest return of the day was 10 yards. And that's pretty much like all the stats from the game, as the Panthers defeat the Chargers at home, 37-23. Not a typical game for Chargers fans, but the Chargers did their thing. They chargered. And now we're gonna upgrade some guys, and then we're gonna see which game we will be doing next. Alrighty. So we got Sam Franklin Jr. who will be getting the upgrade. He's gonna be a 70 overall, and then he got Tommy Trumbull who will be in 71 overall. And then the Chargers. Alright. Okay. And it doesn't look like the Chargers need any upgrades. Of course they don't. Of course they don't. So the next game will be the Cleveland Browns versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, which will be tomorrow night. So that is pretty much where we're gonna wrap it up. So if you guys are new to this channel, well, if you guys made it to this video, I'd like you guys to leave a like and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any more content. And as for me, I am Commander Awesomeness. We are still on the road to 200 subscribers, so smash that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good night, guys.